Hello and welcome to this episode of Inside Auto ID with me, Ged Cairns. Today I've got Neil Powell with me from NX Group, a specialist in supply chain and warehouse logistics, to talk about all things to do with technology, AI, and how that's affecting his business. Neil, welcome.
Thank you for inviting me. Looking forward to it.
So Neil, we're going to start off with a straight direct question. What are the success factors of being good at logistics and warehousing?
Interesting question. I would probably break it down from a personal point of view and a business point of view. And our business has been going some years now, and I've encountered many challenges. And from a personal view, I think you have to be a good person. You have to be very single-minded, but open-minded at the same time. You have to be very focused in your targets and objectives, and people demand that you are open and approachable these days. So that probably starts off the personal side of things. From a business point of view, I've always had the attitude of yes is the answer, and then we'll find a solution. A can-do attitude. So I've never asked anybody in our business to do anything that I can't or wouldn't do myself. So that's a strong leadership point. And from a business point of view, you have to have customers that are like-minded and good people, and I've been very, very fortunate in that. So I could ramble on about all the goods and the bads about logistics, but I think that covers most points.
Good, great answer. At a micro level, though, we spoke off camera about people and different nationalities and different languages, of course, and the challenges of coming out of Brexit and COVID and the lack of suitable knowledge base within your business. What are the kind of three challenges that are approaching you now in 2024 within your business?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of, I guess the word is migration of the nationalities. Certainly in the years of NX, and there has been a certain change and swing in the attitude. Very pleasantly, we're seeing some really good people within the workplace, certainly from a recruiting point of view as well. These candidates are highly skilled and very good people. I think what the challenge is to harvest their abilities and make them work for you as a company. So and one example I'll give, these we have a lady, a Moldovan lady, and she speaks 5 different languages. Wow. And it's very impressive to hear. And she is able to communicate to the warehouse, to the drivers, to our customers, and I see it as a real asset within the business.
Good. In previous videos that I've done, I've talked about technology being used within a logistics and warehousing operation. What technology are you considering as part of your future development within NX Group?
Yeah, we across the warehouse and logistics sector, we see different elements of technology helping us and moving the business forward. Certainly AI is playing a part. I was with our WMS provider, and the planning element is now being driven by AI, and without knowing it, which is quite weird. But we have written reports for customers that has been written by AI, and I was a little bit hesitant and actually reading the content and the language, and it really looks to be a great way forward. We will bring robotics within the warehouse environment. That, I guess, is a challenge. There's a certain uniqueness about the NX business where we are very people driven and people success. So there is a little bit of resistance to that element of technology, certainly in the warehouse. So be interesting to see how it develops.
What would you say are the top 3 challenges, the top of your list that keep you awake at night?
I suppose the biggest one and most relevant in the news at the moment is cyber security, and especially in our sector, we've seen some quite vicious attacks, some ransomware attacks, and that have taken businesses down. So we have had to very quickly review all of our cyber security, from going to our providers, going to our insurers, and really taking their advice and knowledge on the precautions that we should be taking in the business. So it does keep me awake at night at times, but because these people are always one step ahead. But fingers crossed, we've got that nailed down at the moment. Number 2, right up there, is the increased freight associated costs. Fuel being right up there. Normally I would expect that to be about 33% of my costs. It's tracking about 40% at the moment. And then all the issues of households as well, of the electricity, the gas. They are certainly putting strains on margin. And you are reliant on customers being understanding for you to be able to pass these costs on. It's not because you're inflating profit, these are costs that everyone is having to bear. So that's a real challenge. And we have some very A-list customers, and sustainability and green is right at the top of their agenda. And we have a very clear policy within NX, and we are very open to our sustainability policies, and I wholly embrace it. What the customer has to understand is that sustainability and green isn't your run-of-the-mill costs, and you need the support over a number of years to be able to return on the investment, and no more so than electric vehicles. I would love to have a fleet of electric vehicles, but that's the easy part. What is the difficult part is the actual infrastructure to put into my DCs to be able to charge them. And once they're charged and they go out, I don't know where they get charged then. It's a real challenge.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier about AI and how you've used that recently with the report that you did. I was on a webinar recently talking about the use of AI for predictability. Do you see further advancement of AI within your business with the view of being able to predict what would happen rather than having people scurrying around when something does happen? Scenario setting and overcoming, macro challenges like freight being diverted via the Suez Canal, etc. Can AI help you with that?
It can help by giving us a greater understanding of, like you said, the predictability. But I think what AI does, especially for our customers, is we are in a world where visibility is everything, and our customers are almost demanding now that they see from the point of it being shipped from wherever far-flung part of the world that is, and every part of its journey. And I really believe that AI is going to increase that capability for the customer to be a lot more interactive. So at each point of its journey, they will have options of what they want to happen with their freight. So, that is something that is probably well beyond, people, but certainly the AI will have a big part to play on that.
And are your WMS partners helping you on that journey with AI, or is that something you're asking of them?
A combination of both. The sort of the greatest example I can give you of that is our planning tool. We are planning 60 plus vehicles a night, and everything that happens within that planning tool and that execution is driven by humans, or has been by humans. What the AI will have that part to play is, knowing what's happening on the roads at any time, or it will know what a customer's service patterns are like, or their opening hours. Everything is predicted. So certainly from a planning tool, I see that as a great influence. Great,
fascinating. How are you adapting to demands of later cut-off times?
Everyone is driven by the Amazons of this world, and we are very fortunate that we have a greater deal of flexibility in our business. So as long as we have the data at a reasonable time, our actual cut-off times are being pushed later into the evening. But we are dealing with customers that have specific demands, and that market sector is a huge part of our business. I guess the challenge will be more so when there's customers that we're a little bit unfamiliar with, and they're asking us to do things that are a little bit alien to us. So, but yeah, cut-off times later, it's the future.
Talking of future, my final question to you, Neil, is what does the NX Group structure and capability look like in the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, it's an interesting question to finish on. I'm a very positive person, leader, and I see a lot of positivity in the business. We will never fail at anything we do, and I think the world has become a very different place since 2020. This year is all about stability, and then I see 2025, particularly in NX, and the type of personable, flexible, agile business that we are. I can see us being rock stars from 2025 onwards.
Neil, thank you. Here at Brother, it's very important to hear voice of customer. It drives everything that we innovate, everything that we do, and you've given a great playback today of what it's like to be in supply chain. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Until next time.